Van Scooter here, owner of Van Scooter Insurance Agency. Thanks for checking out my video blog. Today's post is about a common question I get. It's usually one of those last minute questions I get when someone's going on vacation. They get down to their destination, they're standing at the rental car company's counter, and the person is saying, hey, do you want to buy the rental car company's insurance? And so they frantically call me, hoping that the office is open, that they're going to get a hold of me, and they want to know, will my current insurance policy cover me for this rental car that I'm going to be renting, so I don't have to buy this additional coverage that's going to cost money out of my pocket? Well, the good news is the answer is yes. If you have a New York State auto policy, your policy is going to extend to cover that rental car that you have for the period of time. But there are a couple of gaps, so you will want to listen to this entire video and then at the end decide whether or not you want to purchase that coverage or not. So now you have to be a listed driver on your policy, and your coverage is only going to extend to what coverage you currently have on your auto policy. So if you have two vehicles and maybe you have an older one that just has liability only on it, and then you have a newer one where you have full coverage, they're going to give you the broadest coverage for your insurance policy. So if you have comprehensive and collision coverage on that newer vehicle, they're going to use that to extend to the rental car. Now, if you just have a single car policy and you didn't purchase comprehensive or collision coverage on it because it is an older vehicle and you just don't need it, that's all you're going to get for that rental car. So if you're in an accident in that rental car and you're deemed to be at fault, that rental car company is going to come back to you to pay for those damages. So that's a big gap there. So you definitely want to know what coverage you have on your own personal auto policy before you turn down that coverage. The next thing is that there's two potential gaps, because in the event of a claim, your insurance policy is going to treat that rental car just like it was your own car. So they're just going to pay the expenses to get that car back on the road. Now, a couple areas where the rental car company has the right to charge you more. Rental car companies, they rent their cars out, so they make money. So if that car's in the shop for a week, a 2-week period, they're losing money on it. So they have the right to charge you whatever the fair rental value of that car is for the amount of time that it's in the shop that they're not able to rent it. So if it's 7 days and it's $30 a day, I mean, there's $210. Obviously, 2 weeks, you're doubling that. So you can see those amounts add up quick. So there's a gap in your coverage that your insurance policy isn't going to cover. The next one is rental car companies turn their cars over very quickly. They only keep a car for a year, maybe 2 at the most. So they're constantly buying and selling cars. And that's one of the ways they make their money, is selling the cars. But everyone knows after a car has been in an accident, the value goes down. Nobody wants it, especially with Carfax reports today. Everyone can get the history of a car immediately, so you know if a car has been in an accident. So if that car ends up selling for $500, $1,000, $1,500 less than it would if it wasn't in an accident, that rental car company has a right to go after you for the difference in the resale value. So not only the time that the car is laid up, but also for the decrease in value. So those are the two major gaps that you want to consider before you turn down that rental car coverage. So yes, your policy will extend to provide coverage, but it's going to treat it just like your own car. Not like a income producing asset that the rental car companies treat it as. And the other question I get, hey, I'm moving. I want to rent a truck, a big truck, whether you're moving down the block or you're moving to a different state. The good news is the same rules apply to the trucks. Even though it's a different class, your personal auto policy will extend to cover that truck expense. So now you know the facts. Choose carefully before you turn down that rental coverage. And if you like what you hear from these video blogs, and you feel like you get value from them, give us a call at the number below. We'd be happy to give you a free, no obligation insurance quote. And remember, Van Scooter Insurance Agency, don't be fooled by the name. We insure more than vans and scooters.